The body of 26-year-old Mandy Rose Reynolds was found burned beyond recognition in a field in Robinson, Texas on April 3, 2003. The investigation revealed that she had been shot in the head before her body was incinerated inside a large plastic storage container, and her dog helped investigators to capture the man behind this horrific crime. This story begins with a man that called 911 to report a bushfire.
Robinson 911, where's your emergency?
Hey, I was just calling, I tried calling the fire department to see there's a fire in our subdivision, but it may just be them burning brush because they're building houses, but I wasn't sure. We're in the Harris subdivision in Robinson. They said to call to see if somebody had a burn permit.
Okay. Does it look like it's being attended by anybody?
I can't see anybody over there. It's back by the trees. And we did have lightning, so that's why I wasn't sure, too.
Okay. I can get someone headed out that way to check on it.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Thanks.
Without a delay, officers came to inspect the location, and what they came across was beyond what they had anticipated.
12 to 04.
Good.
I need you to get fire, CID, and 04 out here. This looks like a body that's burning.
Stand by for fire page. Robinson Fire Unit, near around 2500 block of Yoder Lane. 2500 block of Yoder is going to be the last tree off Heston Circle. It's going to be for a subject possibly on fire out of that address. Robinson timeout, 10:14.
I got to about right here where I hosed it with the fire extinguisher.
Engine 1 to Chief 1. Did you copy all the radio traffic after the page?
I scooch to the side so I can go ahead and get a couple pictures. When I parked here, I was like, alright, that looks like some logs laying there burning. And as I got up close to that, looks like a leg laying there. And then I got a little closer and I'm like, that's a body.
Go ahead, reposition your vehicle.
Okay.
As the officers inspected the perimeter, they encountered a dog that appeared to have been guarding the crime scene.
What's up, doggy? You sure are hanging around here. Is that your person over there? Hey, the way that dog's hanging around. That dog sure is hanging around, which makes me think. Is there anybody at the station that could bring us the chip checker? Like at the fire station or over to the PD? Is the dog trying to be protective or trying to lead us over there? Because it looks like she's trying to lead us over there.
Come here. What I don't want her to do is I don't want her to pass through it and
Right.
Yeah. It's okay. She's freaking out.
10:36 p.m. Re-entered scene because it's flaring up to put it out with the extinguisher again. Leave that over here.
Yeah.
Because it's got about one more squirt. It's got about one more squirt left in it.
Okay. All right. Now, crab walk to your right. Hold. Here. 1.
10:55 p.m. canopy set up.
The next morning, officers captured the dog and scanned its chip. The data revealed that the dog's name was Titan and its owner was Mandy Rose Reynolds. Investigators immediately called the number linked to the chip. The phone rang, but no one answered. They left a message, and soon after, they received a call back.
Robinson Police.
Yes, hi, my name's Mandy Reynolds, and I got a message that you guys found my dog.
Oh, perfect. Let me put you on just a brief hold here. Give me one moment, and I'll get you with the person that can help you.
Awesome, thank you.
You're welcome.
This is Detective Perry.
Hi, I just got a message saying you guys found my dog.
We believe so. So, what is your dog?
He's a poodle retriever mix.
Poodle retriever mix?
Yeah, he's white.
Okay. Where does the dog belong?
Well, I was on my way to Wichita, Kansas, and I live in San Marcos, and Titan is his name. He just ran off.
He ran off from where?
From Waco.
Were you staying in Waco?
No, I was on my way to Wichita.
Okay, then you made a stop somewhere?
Yeah, at a rest area.
What was your name? I apologize.
My name is Mandy.
And where is the chip registered out of?
The chip would be registered out of Tennessee, I believe. That's why we named him Titan.
Who named him?
That's why we named him Titan. Me and my fiance.
Your fiance?
Yep. Do you want me to come get him, or I don't understand. Is he at the pound?
So we just put him at the pound, but we put a hold on him because we were trying to figure out who he belonged to. We didn't want him to, come up available for adoption without, not trying to find the owner, right?
Well, the microchips have my info on it. I mean, they messaged.
And fiance, what's his last name? Is he there in San Marcos with you?
No, he's not. He's in Wichita. He stayed.
So you were coming back from Wichita, or you were going to Wichita?
We were going to Wichita to drop him off because he wants to see his grandmother. She's sick. So we were on our way. So we're on our way there, and Titan run off, and we looked for him for a couple of hours. And
how long ago was this that he's been out?
Oh heck, it's been I don't know. This would have been around 1 a.m.
What, last night? About one last night?
Yeah. What time did you guys find him?
They ran the chip this morning.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just trying to figure out how far this dog went. That's pretty incredible. What you said you were at a rest stop? Like, was it a gas station?
Yeah, some type of gas station.
Like a truck stop? Kind of describe it to me.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I really couldn't get your average gas station, I guess, in Waco. I know that's the only thing I remember is that it was in Waco.
Okay. And what kind of vehicle do you drive in case we try to meet up and get this dog back to you?
I'm in. Well, hold on. Well, what vehicle am I in, or what vehicle was I in?
Yeah. What were you in?
I was in a silver Toyota Camry.
Like a newer one, older one?
Sure. Detective, I hate to cut you off, but I'm actually at work, and I just I want my dog.
Yeah,
I'm sorry you guys had to deal with that, but yeah, I'll come get him. What is it?
The detective is determined to uncover why Titan was at the crime scene. However, the person on the other end of the call, who claims to be Mandy Rose Reynolds, doesn't sound like a woman. Sensing something off, the sharp-eyed detective carefully gathers information, hoping to piece together the puzzle and crack the case.
100 miles.
So that's what I'm trying to figure out is so your name is Mandy Rose Reynolds.
Sure.
So about 1 o'clock last night, you and were at a rest stop.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Yes. What? I mean, what is the interrogation about?
No, I'm just trying to make sure I understand why.
You know what? That dog, that's my dog you guys have. Let's get that straight, detective.
Okay, and that's fine. I understand that.
You know what? I'll just come to the pound. Goodbye.
Sensing that the detective was asking too many questions, the person claiming to be Mandy grew uneasy and abruptly ended the call. But the detective wasn't ready to back down. Realizing a different approach might be needed, he decided to be more transparent, hoping to earn the caller's trust. Without hesitation, he dialed the number again.
Mandy?
Yeah.
Hey, this is Detective Perry. I think we got off on the wrong foot. So the reason I'm asking some questions, I'm just going to be upfront with you, okay? We found your dog in a field, okay? In the field was a crime scene of a deceased person, and
Oh
that
my
is
God.
so. I didn't want to give you all the details because that's kind of sensitive, right? But that is why I was asking some questions to verify how the dog got there, what's going on, and so I think it's just fair for me to let you know that information to understand why I'm asking certain questions. Okay.
Oh, wow.
So I do apologize. I should have probably told you that easier, but some things you just don't want to disclose to somebody because they might have trauma from the past as well.
Well, sure, and I've just been stressing about Titan, and we paid a lot of money for him, and I mean, geez, that field. Good Lord, I just wonder how long he was outside.
So, and now you understand why I was asking questions. I'm just trying to get a timeline of maybe how long even the pup was out.
I'm sorry, sir. Oh wow.
That's okay. That's okay.
I can't even imagine what he went through, and then now there's a deceased person. Like, oh my God.
So, was this last night that Titan ran away?
Yeah, it was just last night.
So, or I guess I should say this morning. You said.
Yeah, it was been about, I don't know, midnight 1.
Midnight 1.
Honestly, sir, I don't know. It's something like that.
Okay. This number comes back to a different name. Are you on somebody's phone plan?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Whose phone plan are you on?
This would be my fiance's grandfather.
Okay, what's his name?
My fiance's grandfather?
Yes, I just wanted to verify. That way I can close that name off.
I'm going to be frank with you, sir. I'm sorry that this happened, but I cannot waste my whole day speaking to you. I'll come get Titan, and you guys can cross me off your list. I'm sorry that is so unfortunate, but I'm not going to be interrogated when my puppy ran off.
No. I'm just trying to verify, like I said, some information. I'm not. I just.
No, sir. No, sir. You're being very, sir. You're being very pushy. For one, for two, you're treating me like a criminal. Okay.
No, I'm not going to do that. I'm really not. I'm just trying to figure out how long the pup was there. That could determine if the puppy messed with the body.
If the puppy messed with the body.
I mean, yeah, dogs are natural scavengers.
You think my little Titan would go? Oh my, detective! With all due respect, do not call me back.
Well, Titan is on a police hold. You're not going to be able to get him out.
Titan is on a police hold?
That is correct.
Well, then I will have my attorney call you.
With that, the caller abruptly ended the conversation. But for the detectives, the case was just beginning. Anyone listening closely would notice the inconsistencies in his story. His timeline didn't add up, and his explanation of how Titan ran off made little sense. Now he had become defensive. The investigators knew they had to dig deeper because at this point, Mandy was their only viable lead. Another critical piece of information retrieved from Titan's microchip was the address linked to the dog. Once the call ended, detectives in Robinson, Texas, where both the body and the dog were found, immediately contacted the San Marcos Police Department, requesting a welfare check at Mandy's apartment. But when officers arrived, they made a startling discovery. The apartment was completely empty. All of her personal belongings were gone. Her car, a black Honda Accord, was also missing. Determined to track her down, investigators ran her license plate through a national reader database. Their search led them to Wichita, Kansas, where the vehicle had been flagged. Working around the clock, they quickly relayed the information to law enforcement in Wichita, urging them to keep watch for the car. Soon enough, officers spotted Mandy's vehicle, but when they attempted to pull it over, the driver hit the gas, speeding off in a desperate attempt to escape.
So, suspect vehicle involved in an 01, possible 01 suspect in the vehicle. Keep that in mind.
I don't know where he's at now.
He's running left. Get a perimeter. He's running where going.
Is that him up there weaving through traffic still?
He's approaching Tyler.
Okay. Go, 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 go.
Right out, right here.
For 30 minutes, the chase was pure adrenaline, speeds topping 100 miles per hour.
Lock the Dillons down.
As the black Honda weaved dangerously through traffic. It finally came to a crashing halt when the car slammed into another vehicle. But the driver wasn't ready to surrender just yet.
Do we have suspect description?
Did he run into? Yeah, he ran into the Dillons.
White male, white shirt. White shirt. I had a left
Get in your car! Get somebody to the rear of the Dillons.
Don't stay off the radio, man. It's city siren. Back up. Get cover. Back up. They're leaving.
Come out! Come out! Come out! Come out! Come out! Hey, my man, get your family out of here. You're fine. Hey! Come here! Come here! Where'd he go? You didn't see him? Yeah.
He bolted from the wreck, sprinting into a nearby grocery store, and, of all places, hid on a shelf behind canned goods. The officers weren't far behind. It didn't take long to spot him crouched between stacks of beans and tomatoes.
283, we're in the store. Let's get a bunker in here.
Look, he's over there. I hear something yelling.
Come out! You make any movement, you will be killed!
I got hands.
Crawl out! Crawl out towards the sound of our voice! Somebody get less lethal.
Somebody's got to back off one direction or the other.
Place lethal.
Go ahead.
Hold on. Crawl out towards us!
You're going to have to move with me. Ready?
Yep. Full mount. 283, clear the air. One in custody. We need to go with cameras. Make sure you didn't talk.
They dragged him out and cuffed him. That's when they confirmed his identity, 29-year-old Derek Dagnotte, Mandy Reynolds' cousin.
Aisle 5 might be withdrawing. Or ODing, sorry. Hey, brother, what'd you take?
What'd you take? Hey, did you take something? Pills?
He might have taken something.
Alright, so we get him outside.
Yeah, we gotta go that way.
Someone stay here and make
Yeah.
sure
The car, too. The car.
Hey, can I get one of you guys to stay here so we can just down our...
Yes.
Thank you.
A lighter fell out of his pocket. That's fine. Just making sure there's nothing else. If you just leave it real fast, I'm going to put it right back.
Quick search of the car turned up something chilling. On the driver's side floorboard of Reynolds' vehicle lay a .380 handgun. Now let's rewind back to the crime scene, the spot where Mandy's body was discovered. Investigators had already recovered a .380 shell casing inside the burned plastic storage container that held her remains. The pieces were starting to come together. As the case unfolded, San Marcos police obtained security footage that made things even clearer. The video showed Daño walking into a store and purchasing a large plastic storage container, the same kind found at the crime scene. But that's not all. He also bought a shovel and a gas can. Then came the damning part. Daño was caught on camera leaving the store in Reynolds' car. And right there in the footage, sticking his head out the car window, was Titan. The more they uncovered, the worse it got. Investigators later found Reynolds' belongings stashed away in an abandoned truck several miles from her home. And then came the autopsy results. Cause of death? A gunshot wound to the head. The final nail in the coffin? The Texas Department of Public Safety Crime Lab confirmed it. The bullet found in Reynolds' body and the shell casing left behind at the scene were fired from the very same .380 handgun recovered from Daño's car. This wasn't just a chase anymore. It was a murder case, with all the evidence pointing to one man. Why did he do it? That's the question that still lingers. The motive behind this brutal crime remains unclear. But one thing is certain. Derek Daño had a history of violence. Even as a child, he was dangerous. He had shot someone as a juvenile. But it didn't stop there. By the time of Mandy Reynolds' murder, Daño had 9 felony convictions to his name. He was no stranger to the system. At the time of Mandy's murder, he wasn't just a repeat offender. He was wanted, with an active warrant already out for his arrest. Yet, despite all of that, Mandy did what so many people would. She gave him a chance. She trusted him. At his request, she drove all the way from her home in San Marcos, Texas, to Kansas to pick him up. Then she let him stay with her for nearly a month. And how did he repay her? One day, without warning, he put a bullet in her head. He stuffed her body into a large blue plastic storage container, loaded it into her own car, and drove to Robinson, Texas. There he doused the container in accelerant and set it on fire, believing he had erased any trace of his crime. But he overlooked one thing. Titan. Mandy's loyal Labradoodle refused to leave her side, even in death. When authorities arrived at the scene, there he was, standing guard over what was left of her. The dog that Daño thought was just a pet became the reason his plot was exposed. He was sentenced to life in prison, and as Mandy's family grieved, Titan was adopted by Mandy's best friend.
Restore